Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is January the 19th, 2018. And as always, this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are giving you the news according to the charts, and we appreciate you all tuning in today. And we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather we are giving you the news according to the charts. And if you guys can tell from our analysis yesterday, we told you that the market, the cryptocurrency runway, is not ready for higher prices, and it came to fruition today. The market did not move high. Matter of fact, it came right across the area of resistance for a lot of these altcoins that we analyze on a daily basis and move lower currently. Now tomorrow can be a different picture. Okay, just today the market wasn't ready for liftoff. So as we go through our analysis today, it can change to possibly moving higher. We'll just have to wait and see what the chart is reading to us. Okay. So now you guys can tell from this website that the market cap is ever so slightly increasing in price. It is now up to 572.7 billion. Yesterday was around like 556. I maintain. But it just goes to show you it's almost towards 600 billion. So slowly but surely, money is coming back into the cryptocurrency space, and Bitcoin is still hovering around 34% as its dominance as a whole in the cryptocurrency space. Now, as I scroll down, please pay attention to all the negative percentage change that we have here on the chart. I'm sorry, on this website. Bitcoin is down 1.35, Ethereum down 2.03. Ripple's almost down 6. Bitcoin Cash is almost down 2.5. Cardano is down 4.68. Litecoin is down 2.43. So on and on. You know, you guys see a lot of red, a lot of negative percentages here on the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our analysis. So right now, Bitcoin is down 0.42%. Last trade was $11,421. Looking at the daily price chart real quick. Let me go ahead and zoom out. You guys can see that the market overall for Bitcoin continues to hover, continues to trade sideways on the daily price chart. But the volume is also decreasing as Bitcoin is hovering around this very low point of $11,000, which is what you would like to see in order for the market to either move up or move lower. It is a good sign, I would tell you, to see that the bar currently is closing above the close from yesterday, but the day is not completed on this bar. So at the end of the trading day, it can come all the way back down to the low, and that would change our analysis. The volume is also lighter on today, and we have stockpile on today's bar as well. So we have a mixed bag on the daily price chart for Bitcoin, but the 3-hour bars, you guys can see that it's continuing to trade sideways in between 10,800 all the way back up to that resistance area of $12,000. So even on the 3-hour bar, we are getting precursors of strength on this 3-hour bars for Bitcoin. If this current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close, then please expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher, and it might just come back up to 11,600. But if we continue to get a massively strong precursor of strength, then expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher, and it's just going to come back up and bump against $12,000 once again. And definitely we will need to see precursors of strength around $12,000 in order for Bitcoin to continue to move higher. One of the things I want you guys to pay attention to as well is the fact that the volume is also decreasing as the market continues to tread along, trading sideways. So once all this volume has been bought up or consumed, then it's highly likely that Bitcoin will continue to move higher. And it might just go back up to $12,000 as I just stated, but ultimately it's going to try to hit that $12,800 area once again, and that's where we're going to run across more resistance. Okay, but currently the market is not necessarily giving us any precursors of weakness to where it's going to move lower to around like $10,500 or even $10,000, but that can definitely change throughout the rest of the trading day. But overall, our analysis is for Bitcoin to continue to move higher, or at best trade sideways until we consume up all of the selling that occurred in the market. Now, market might not move that high, okay? It might just come back up to 11,500 or 11,750. But nevertheless, we're still expecting Bitcoin to move higher in the short term. So now let's go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 2.19% last trade, $1,028.20. So pretty much same thing today. The market continues to consolidate, trade sideways. Volume is lighter. Stockpile is on the bar, but nevertheless, the bar is closing above the close from yesterday. So now let's go ahead and go to the 3-hour bars. So pretty much just like with Bitcoin, the market for Ethereum will continue to trade sideways in between $960 all the way back up to 1080. We all know that 1080 is resistance. Now, since this market did bounce at $1,000, then if this next 3-hour bar closes above it, we're expecting Ethereum to continue to move higher in price. Might just come back up to 1080, hit more resistance, and move lower from there if we don't get another precursors of strength around 1080. Okay, but definitely we are seeing that the market is definitely trying to maintain price. But if we continue to get weakness around 1080, then the market will fall again in Ethereum, along with all the other altcoins. So now let's look at the 1 hour. So again, the market is trying to move price higher. The market is definitely trying to keep price above $1,000. So as long as that's going to be the case, we're expecting the market to continue to move higher in Ethereum as well. So now let's go ahead and go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is down 2.20%. Last trade was $1,754.50. So the market is still getting hit with stockpile. So one of the things I want you guys to realize is the market may move higher tomorrow, but we need to get a massively strong precursors of strength bar on the daily price chart. Until we get that, the market will continue to trade sideways to lower. So that's another reason of why I say we are not out of the woods. The market is just simply consolidating right now, and that's why we're getting on these charts today, continuing stockpile revealing itself on the chart. Now we might get precursors of strength tomorrow for sure, given the fact that the volume is decreasing and the fact that the market is not moving lower. Okay, so looking at the 3-hour bars for Bitcoin Cash, you guys can also tell that the bars is getting a lot smaller. A lot of volume came in on this particular bar. The spreads is a lot smaller. So this next 3-hour bar closes above this previous close here, then we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to move higher, and it might come up to $1,800. But if we get a push to go a bar, we see no problems for Bitcoin Cash to make it all the way back up to $2,000 in tomorrow's trading. Okay, so our analysis is for Bitcoin Cash to continue to trade sideways, but eventually to move higher. And the higher might occur tomorrow's trading, because we are definitely getting precursors of strength to reveal itself in Bitcoin Cash until this market is done trading sideways. And that means 1680 all the way back up to 1840. Expect the market to continue to do just that. But we are noticing indications to where the market is definitely trying to keep price at least in between excuse me, 1680 all the way up to 1840. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to Ripple. So Ripple is down 6.08%. Last trade was $1.51. Stockpile resistance at $1.60. We're still getting it on today's current bar. Volume is lighter though, so pay attention to that. 3-hour bars for Ripple. Again, market continues to consolidate, trade sideways. We need these next 3-hour bars that we've done our analysis on so far to close above this previous close on their 3-hour bars. If we get that, then we're expecting the market to continue to move higher. It might just come up to $1.60 or even $1.70 again. Okay, but overall the market is just trading sideways. So overall, we're just gonna have to stand by on our analysis for Ripple. This is the 1-hour bar for Ripple, and we can definitely tell that the market is still getting hit with stockpile and Ripple at the time. It's going to require a definite precursors of strength bar to break through all of the stockpile that we've seen here on the background of this particular chart. So definitely, given the fact that the market is hovering around $1.45 to $1.60, we just have to wait till the stockpile becomes bought up by the market participants. Until then the market will move higher. Right now I can tell that they're still in the process of buying up all of the selling around that $1.70 resistance area. Okay. Yeah, so our analysis is for Ripple to move lower. This 3-hour bar, this 1-hour bar closes lower than the previous one, then expect the market to at least come back down to $1.45 or even $1.40. Okay, it might just touch there to find support and then move higher. So now let's go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 2.16%. Last trade, $189.48. Stockpile is still coming in Litecoin as well. Getting a lot of selling occurring in the market, but the market is definitely decreasing in volume as we go out through the next couple of days. You guys can see how the market has just dwindled significantly in the past versus today's volume. The market is still trying to hover around the open and close from today as well as yesterday. So that tells us that the market is just simply trading sideways, hasn't determined what direction they want to go, whether it's lower or higher. So our analysis for Litecoin again is just to stand by. It might just come back down to $180 and move higher from there. The next crucial bar that we are noticing is definitely this 3-hour bar that is currently forming. If it closes above this previous one, then expect Litecoin to move higher, and then it might come back up to $200 or even higher than that. Okay, because if it breaks this $200 resistance, then the next area that it's going to come to is 220. So please pay attention to that as well. Okay, and look at 1 hour real quick. Yeah, so if the market doesn't close above this previous close, then expect Litecoin to continue to move lower. Now it might just move lower to 180. It might just even bounce to around $185. Okay, and then move higher from there. But currently, weakness and stockpile is still being reflected in Litecoin at this time. So now let's go to Dash. So Dash is also down 1.94%. Last trade was $827.10. So again, volume is decreasing. Stockpile is still being revealed on Dash's bar. 3-hour chart. Let's go ahead and see what we have. So stockpile is still coming in on the last 3-hour bars we've seen. The market is not giving us any interest in higher price at the time. Resistance is definitely around $855 or even $845. Okay, so you have to be real careful. If we don't get any precursors of strength in these particular bars, then expect Dash to continue to move lower. Okay, now I might just come back down to $800 or even $815 and then move higher from there. But currently we're definitely getting more weakness in the market in Dash, but I can tell that the buyers are definitely trying to maintain price in that area, in the area of around $820 to $840. Okay, yeah, definitely our analysis for Dash is for them to continue to move lower. It might just come back down to 800 or even $780. Okay, because we're getting a lot of precursors of weakness and stockpile coming in the market right now. So now let's go to Neo. So Neo was down 3.04%. Last trade was $138.40. Daily price bar for Neo can tell weakness. Stockpile is still revealing itself, but the market is still trying to keep price around the open from today. So this is the 3-hour bars for Neo. You guys can definitely see how the market is just consolidating, trading sideways. We're not getting a lot of precursors of strength though. A lot of volume is not there as well. So our analysis for Neo is for them to just for the standby until we're able to break either the support or the resistance area. The market will continue to just bounce in between those two prices of 130 all the way down to 160. So it's imperative for us to start seeing precursors of strength around 130, or at least right now in Neo, in order for them to continue to move higher. The market is definitely trying to keep price above where it currently is trading right now. So if this 3-hour bar closes above this previous close, expect Neo to continue to move higher in price. It might just come up to $145 or even $150 initially, but if the market is really active into moving price higher, it can definitely go higher than that, all the way back up to $160 or even $170, but it has a lot of resistance that it will have to overcome before it can do that. So like I said, if this current 3-hour bar closes above this previous one, expect Neo to move higher. So now let's go to Monero. So Monero is up 6.23%. Last trade was $342.99. One of the only cryptocurrencies that we have done thus far is in the positive, and it is Monero. Volume is also back in the move. Market came all the way down to $300, went all the way up to $360. The volume is pretty healthy compared to the last 3 or 4 trading days, but we are getting stockpile on the daily price chart for Monero. But nevertheless, you guys can tell on the 3-hour bars that the market is definitely trying to break through that resistance. But every time the market has done it, we have received stockpile. We're getting stockpile on this current 3-hour bar. So it is imperative to see this current 3-hour bar close above this previous close. If not, expect Monero to come back down to $325. It might even come down to $330 or even lower than that. Okay. But one thing I could definitely tell is the fact that the market is trying to keep price at least to trying to break through $340. And that is going to be imperative as we move on in time to see if Monero is going to be able to do it. Right now, they are successful, but that bar is not completed yet. So this is the 1-hour bar that we have here for Monero. You guys can tell that a lot of stockpile came in on this particular bar, but the market participants bought it up. So that's why the market continues to move higher, but it is always getting hit with more stockpile around $350. So the longer that more stockpile comes on board in Monero, the higher probability it is that it will move lower. But once that volume or the stockpile becomes bought up, then expect Monero to continue to move higher. But now it's trading around that resistance area where stockpile is coming in, and it might not be successful. So you have to be real careful in Monero. So the last one for today is going to be Cardano. Market is still giving us weakness in Cardano currently. Stockpile is still coming in on today's daily price bar, 3-hour bars. You guys can also see how the market came all the way up and touched 70 cents. We told you guys yesterday that that was resistance. Came to fruition today, and we're still getting a lot more stockpile in the market in Cardano at this time. So our analysis is for them to continue to move higher. Might just come down to 60 cents as support, and then might move higher from there. But given the amount of heavy volume we're seeing on these 3-hour bars and how the market continues to move lower, it's telling us that Cardano is definitely giving us more precursors of weakness, and we're expecting them to move lower. So Cardano might actually come down to 60 cents to find support. Might even come a little higher than that, around 60, almost 61 cents to find support and move higher from there. But overall, the market is still trading sideways for all of these cryptocurrencies. And I told you guys on the 3-hour bars for all of these cryptocurrencies, if the current bar that we analyze on this video closes above that previous completed one, then we're expecting the market to move higher. But if it doesn't, then expect the market to move lower. So you got to pay attention to that. Okay. But that's all we have for today. The market is still literally consolidating, trading sideways, and we're waiting for a breakout moment, whether it's to the downside or to the upside on all of these cryptocurrencies, because it seems like they're moving in unison right now, albeit Monero is the outlier amongst the ones that we do on a daily basis. So you guys got to be careful as the market right now is moving at the same pace. Okay, so if the market's going to break out higher, then expect majority of all the other altcoins to do the same thing. So that's why it's imperative that you guys look at those 3-hour bars that we talked about in our video. That's all we have for today, guys. Appreciate you all watching. Appreciate the new subscribers. Continue to watch, continue to tune in. You guys got any comments, go ahead and leave in the comments section. Like I stated earlier a while back, we got timestamps in the description, so you guys can use to your benefit just in case you are running short of time, just want to get a quick snapshot of what's occurring in the market. Then go ahead and use Devil's timestamp as well. Now, before I go, you guys know that I'm doing this analysis while the market is still active. The bar is not concluded on the daily price chart, so our analysis is subject to change given the completed bar on the daily price charts. Okay, but currently as it stands, we told you guys our current analysis as what we are noticing on these price charts. That's all we have for today, guys. Stay profitable, and I will talk to you all later.